Alright everybody, welcome back to Conquer Commander. Today we're looking at my Borborygmos Enraged deck that I made as a result of Land Week for PureMTGO. If you go to PureMTGO.com, look up my article series Conquer Commander, you'll be able to see the full deck list there. Yeah, here it is. I'm still in the process of writing it actually. But it's Land Week over there. The article will come out on Friday. Once the article comes out, I'll go ahead and put the link in the video description as well. So anyhow, I want to throw lands, and that's what I'm doing. Let's look at my opponents. First up, we've got Erebos, God of the Dead, mono black control with some card draw and usually some life gain effects. Next up, we've got my buddy Neo here playing Thraximundar, Grixis control with a lot of value spells and creatures. Finally, we've got Kemba, Kha Regent, like kitties, a lot of equipment. Thrax is actually the one I have to worry about because a lot of times the only creature I have in play is Borborygmos, and Thrax kills by attacking. Looking at my hand, I've only got 3 lands. I'm not really a big fan of this hand. I'm wondering if I keep it. I don't. Okay, so you'll see other videos that I show of this deck where it's fast. This deck is not typically a fast deck, and this game is much more representative of how these games go. I'm going to be able to first turn Green Sun Zenith for Dryad Arbor. Carrion Feeder for Erebos. Kemba does nothing. I go ahead and play Lotus Cobra. And I attack Kemba. Nobody here is really particularly threatening over another. There's Mentor the Meek. I play a land, and I crack the land for another. What I should have held off on cracking the fetch land till next turn, because I probably could have played Borborygmos next turn. There's Dark Prophecy. Okay, stop. This means that he's gonna dudes are gonna die, and he's gonna be able to kill off his dudes with Carrion Feeder. Thrax plays Baleful Strix for some value here. Kemba comes out to play, and he draws a card with Mentor, and I get attacked. I play a land, and I do nothing. I have Beast Within, but right now Dark Prophecy is the only card out there that scares me, but it doesn't scare me enough to try and kill it. Erebos is going to come out to play. Thrax plays Brainstorm. Sacrifices a fetch land and casts Everflowing Chalice for 2 or 3, or just 1. Solemn Simulacrum for Kemba. Draws off that and ramps. Alright, Realms Uncharted. Sweet. I get another landfall trigger, but nothing to do right now. Carrion Feeder sacrifices himself so he can draw a card off Dark Prophecy. Again, I'm not really worried about Dark Prophecy yet. But he does Black Sun Zenith and wipes the board. So there goes my early plays. Don't really do anything right there. I kind of screw that up. Kemba still lives though because of 4 toughness. Thrax sacks another fetch land to get Steam Vents untapped and is down to 33. And then plays Nicole Bolas. Holy cow. Planeswalker. And destroys the Dark Prophecy. So I'm glad that I held off on killing the Dark Prophecy. I do have Beast Within. I'm going to hold off and see what I can do here. There's Geist Honored Monk. Coming out because it can get big. I go ahead and Realms Uncharted. Okay, I admit, stop. That I wasn't the best when it came to using Realms Uncharted right here. What I do is I go for 2 cycling lands and Ancient Tomb and a fetch land. And what they give me are the cycling lands. So it's 2 draws. And luckily I'm able to cycle both of them. Next turn I cultivate. And I've got 3 mana untapped, so I can Beast Within if I need to. There's Giraffe's Messenger, and it dings the Thrax player. Erebos is now a creature. Stop. Because he played Bloodflow Connoisseur and attacks after Bolus. I decided to go ahead and Beast Within Bolus now so that he can't be used again to steal something like Erebos. And I don't mind the fact that Erebos went somewhere other than me at this point. So I get rid of Bolus with Beast Within. Thrax plays stop. Cruel Ultimatum targeting the Kemba player. I don't know if Thrax has any creatures in... Oh yeah, she definitely does. One of the cards discarded was Fiend Hunter, Fire Shrieker... There we go. Coat of Arms, Fire Shrieker, and Fiend Hunter. And then the Thrax player gets back Baleful Strix. Alright. Kemba hasn't made any critters yet, but there's Caged Sun with Spear of Heliod. And these go other places. Because I haven't really done anything yet. I'm going to go ahead and bring out Borborygmos. I've got 3 lands in hand, so I can kill stuff if I need to. Nykthos is problematic. There's Whip of Erebos, but there's no creatures in the graveyard, really. And Increasing Ambition. So what I just do is I threw a land at the Bloodflow Connoisseur. Why did I do that? I killed the Connoisseur for some reason. I don't know. Oh, because his dudes have lifelink? I don't know, really, honestly. That was kind of dumb. Imperial Seal. There's Baleful Strix to draw whatever he Imperial Sealed. And then Damnation. So what I do is I use Borborygmos to throw a land at the Messenger so that it dies and comes back, and then it gets killed off by the Damnation. So people are kind of... I get hit for that. And then there's Dragon Master Outcast, because there are plenty of lands out for that right now. I do have Strip Mine that I can use to get rid of Nykthos, because he's going to be able to start casting big stuff with Nykthos. And then there's Kira to provide protection for the Dragon Master. Kemba has a lot of mana now. So she's going to play a Chroma! Holy cow! And attack Thrax. That drops Thrax down to 16. So I've got Memory Jar. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it, and I sacrifice it to get whatever I can. Stop. So I used Unravel the Aether to get rid of Erebos and tuck it. Then I play Exploration. I can't play any of the other stuff in my hand right now, but I'm not worried about it. Kemba does get to play Midnight Haunting, though, which is an instant to put some more spirits out there. And everybody gets their cards back. I get Strip Mine back and Regrowth and Eternal Witness. There's Liliana, who searches up a swamp and plays it, and then plays Vengeful Pharaoh, which is problematic because I'm not going to be able to attack with Borborygmos. I can still throw stuff at the Erebos player, though. Dragon Master makes a dragon. Mind Stone for Thrax. Sacrifices it to draw a card, and then plays Withered Wretch. So now he's going to start targeting people's graveyards. He's going to get rid of the Grey Merchant that's in Erebos' graveyard, because Whip is out there. And he gets rid of some My Cyclers And some other stuff as well. Oh, as well as the increasing ambition. Stop. So let's see. We got increasing ambition, Gray Merchant, and then my cycling lands, and then Coat of Arms. So a Chroma is going to kill Liliana. And then Kemba is going to just tap. Wait, what did Kemba just do? Stop. Oh no. I don't know what Kemba just did. Alright, whatever. I used Regrowth to get Yavimaya Elder back in my hand. And then I'm going to play Oracle of Moldiah. There's Sylvan Library, which would be helpful. But instead I'm going to play the Oracle, or the Yavimaya Elder, and I sacrifice my Strip Mine to get rid of Nykthos. There's Encroaching Wastes. Erebos plays Diabolic Revelation for 3. That's no bueno. His dudes have lifelink, but he's not doing anything with them. There's another dragon from the Outcast. And then he plays... Stop. Thrax played Hymn to Turok on the Erebos player. Yeah. And makes him discard Sorin Markov and Massacre Worm, which are probably among the things that we're tutored for with Diabolic Revelation. So that's a timely hymn right there. And Withered Wretch is starting to exile stuff. Thrax is out of cards in hand, so he's just tapping out and using the Wretch to get rid of stuff. It'd be nice if Vengeful Dead died, so that, you know, you could exile that too. Oh, and he got attacked with a dragon, so he's down to 29. Pure Steel Paladin comes out, and then Paradise Plume lets him draw, or Mantle draw a card. And Akroma goes after Thrax, knocking him to 8. And then Kemba does nothing. Okay. I sacrifice my Yavimaya Elder. I draw Courser of Krufix. I play my Sylvan Library. There's a Sprouting Vines on top of my library. I play the Courser, and then I Eternal Witness to get Memory Jar. It's probably dumb to play both my Courser and my Oracle. And if I had played my Courser earlier, I could have gained a couple life. There's Machias. That's problematic. It's a zombie deck, actually, and Blood Scrivener. Another dragon for Thrax. And Thrax does nothing. So Chroma goes after Thrax, who blocks with Kira, so he's down to 2. And then Kemba plays Mind's Eye, and then Banisher Priest to get rid of Black Mike. Okay, the problem with Banisher Priest is that Black Mike's going to come back once the Banisher Priest is dealt with. So I'm going to Sylvan. And he gets to draw cards with Mind's Eye off of Sylvan. And I kind of screw up the pile here. Because, so I play Valakut. And then I think I play another land. And then I go for Borborygmos. Oh no, Memory Jar, that's right. And I sacrifice it so that I could draw some stuff. And Mind's Eye just gets triggered, but he doesn't draw anything. So I can play 1 or 2 more lands, and then Kodama's Reach. And Grim Monolith. And Oblivion Stone, because there's a lot of crap out there right now. Obviously, using Mind's Eye right now is pointless because it would just be stuff that would go into his graveyard, unless he was searching for something specific. So first I Nature's Lore to get Stomping Grounds. And I've got Valakut out there, and it's active, so I'm going to start dinging stuff. Oh, I ding Thrax to just get him off the board. And Withered Wretch is just going to erase people's graveyards before he dies. Oh, he Dark Rituals. So that he can do it. I thought he might be doing like Tendrils, but obviously Tendrils isn't an instant. So it's going to take him a little while because he's got a bunch of mana. And he's exiling just a ton of stuff. Including a bunch of my lands and stuff. And a bunch of those lands. So yeah, Thrax is gone now. I search up another mountain to ding things. I don't remember what I ding. Oh, I'm going after Erebos. There's Grim Monolith. An Oblivion Stone. And I've got to keep enough mana untapped so that I can Oblivion Stone when I want. And then I get my Sprouting Vines back. Mind's Eye is still letting Kemba draw cards. Solemn Simulacrum for Erebos. And then the Vengeful Pharaoh comes after me. I take it. He's got lifelink though, so he goes up to 30 while I drop down to 28. Chroma comes after me, and other stuff gets sort of spread around. Because of everything comes after me, I decide, you know what, now's a good time just to blow up the Oblivion Stone. Banished Priest goes away, which means Black Mike comes back. Kemba comes back here. Lightning Greaves gets put on Kemba. I've got Soul Ring, so I'm going to play it and Borborygmos. And I have enough mana untapped to cast Sprouting Vines for 3 lands. And I go grab... I'm almost out of basics, probably, in my deck. Or at least I'm close. Oh, and I play a mountain. And I ding the Erebos player. Here's where the big play comes. The big play is when he casts Rise of the Dark Realms. And he gets everything back that's in people's graveyards. Even after the graveyards were hit by that Withered Wretch. All this stuff is just slowing things down on the computer right now. Hold on. Move, damn it. So, okay, stop. So what happens is, at this point, the Kemba player is like, can you do anything about Mikaeus? Because, stop. Alright. Can you do anything about Mikaeus? Because I have an answer if you can. I'm like, yes, I can. I've got 2 lands in hand. I had Borborygmos out, and he was targeting Borborygmos with like Fiend Hunter and Banisher Priest and stuff like that. So I kill Black Mike with the 2 lands I had in hand. Alright. So this is his pile. Like, his Geist Honored Monk's at 28, 25. And there's Drana and Angel of Jubilation and all this other junk. There's a ton of stuff out there. Lucky for me... Oh yeah, and he gets to gain a life and yada yada, and there's Diabolic Tutor and all this other stuff. Gnawing Zombie. Luckily, the Kemba player has... Oh yeah, and he forgot to attack with the Chroma. He's going to attack me with Kemba. Fine. I drop down to 23. And there's Day of Judgment, which wipes the board. Boom. He does have Pawn of Ulamog out there, which means he gets to make a bunch of like little Eldrazi tokens. But I'm not as worried about all the little Eldrazi tokens. And I guess I could have let Borborygmos go under the Fiend Hunter or something like that, but honestly, I had no idea. I wanted to be able to recast Borborygmos. And I will be able to here soon. He's making a bunch of tokens, and the computer's slowing down here. He draws a card off of the Dying Solemn Simulacrum. Kemba has 3 cards in hand. Erebos has 2. I have none. Oh, and because the Driver of the Dead died, he gets to return a small creature back to his hand. Plus, don't forget, Vengeful Pharaoh is still in his graveyard. So, Blood Scrivener comes back. We get a whole mess of little Eldrazi dudes, which is going to give him a ton of mana next turn. Sorry it's slowing down, guys. It's just, there's a lot going on in this game with all the tokens and stuff. My plan is hopefully I draw into, well, what I want to have happen is I want to draw into like Wheel of Fortune or Reforge the Soul or something. And then cast Borborygmos with a bunch of lands in hand. That's not really what happens, though. So he's got like 20 Eldrazi tokens or something. And then Kemba's going to play her commander again and put the Greaves on it. I'm going to keep the land in my hand because I think I'm out of mountains now. Or at least I'm pretty close. I play Borborygmos so that I can throw it at something. The land at something. Alright. So he's going to start sacrificing Eldrazi spawn. First he's going to cast Liliana's Shade to get a swamp, and then play the swamp. And then he's going to cast Leadenmer. And then he's going to cast Gilded Lotus. And then Gnawing Zombie. And if he really wants to, he can start like sacrifice. Oh, and there's Whip of Erebos, which I thought he already had out. I'm not sure what happened there. So he gets one. Kemba gets 1 Kitty Cat token, and then plays Argentum Armor. Oh no! And puts the armor on Kemba. And attacks Erebos. And keep it. Blows up the Whip of Erebos. Oh no, he blows up Blood Scrivener. That's right, because the guy's out of cards in hand. And he didn't want him drawing the cards. And I threw a land at the Gnawing Zombie because what I didn't want to have happen is have him sacrifice all these little guys. And hurt us. But I do draw into life from the Loam, and there are lands in my graveyard, so I'm happy about that. I draw a bunch of mountains, and I ding the Erebos player, I think. Yes, I do. But right now, attacking with Borborygmos can at least wipe out a couple of the Eldrazi and not really hurt me much. So he just throws 1 Eldrazi spawn in front of it and still takes a bunch of trample damage. 6. Oh, that's right. I forgot. So Vengeful Pharaoh's out there. But I wanted to draw into something. There's only 1 land that comes from the Borborygmos trigger. But I have enough mana where I can cast Borborygmos again. And still have mana to cycle Slippery Karst if I want. So Whip of Erebos brings Drana back. He goes to use Drana to and kill, sacrifices a few Eldrazi. And he's doing it so that he can... Oh yeah, he's killing off all his little Eldrazi guys. Really pump the crap out of Drana. And he goes to squish Borborygmos. But what I do is I throw a couple lands at Drana so that even though Borborygmos dies, he's not going to get that huge life-linking boost to his life from Drana. And now what he does is he uses Drana to kill off like the little kitty token as well. He still has a bunch of Eldrazi. And then I cycle my Slippery Karst to get life from the Loam back. That kills off Borborygmos, but I still have mana. Kemba gets another couple of kitty cats back. And then blows up the whip with the Argentum armor. Kemba's at 34. Erebos is at 20. I'm at 23. He blocks with an Eldrazi. Kemba is tapping out to do nothing. I draw Blasphemous Act. What? But first I use Life from the Loam to get some more lands. I play a mountain to ding Erebos down to 15. I cycle my Slippery Karst to draw another card. There's Snake Umbra. Sweet. So then I Blasphemous Act to wipe everything out. And I don't have quite enough mana to cast Borborygmos after all that. But there's Rise from the Dead, getting a Chroma. Oh no! Who then attacks... Oh, and there's Vengeful Pharaoh. The Chroma comes after me. I get knocked down to 17. Alright. Maybe I could have cast Borborygmos. I don't remember. I don't feel like adding it all up right now. So Kemba comes back out, and he doesn't have quite enough mana to attach the Argentum armor. Encroaching Waste gets rid of Valakut. So I dredge Life from the Loam back. I play my land. It's Borborygmos is 16 mana now. And I like it screws around with the amount here. It's just because I'm an idiot, huh? There we go. And I'm able to put Snake Umbra on there. And if you're not familiar with Borborygmos, you don't really realize how good Life from the Loam is with Borborygmos and Snake Umbra. Essentially, I'm going to be able to kill both of them next turn. It'll be difficult, but I do have enough mana. A Chroma comes after the Kemba player. He makes one cat. Equips the Argentum armor. And it goes after the Erebos player. Then blows up a Chroma. And Vengeful Pharaoh has Death Touch, so he throws the Pharaoh in front of that and Kemba dies. The cat gets Argentum armor. Alright. So I draw Lightning Greaves and I put it on Borborygmos so that there's no instance... Oh no, first I Life from the Loam to get some lands. And then I put the Greaves on Borborygmos. What I can do now is throw lands at people. The Snake Umbra triggers, and I can either dredge Life from the Loam, or I can draw cards off it if I want. and I've got enough. Even though there's only 31 cards in my library, I don't have to worry about dying due to no cards in my library, because I can dredge Life from the Loam instead of as a replacement draw effect, assuming that nobody has an answer for it. So right now I'm working on Erebos first. And we're trying to see how much land. I mean, I can throw 3 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could throw 3 lands 7 times. So that's what, 20. That's 21. That's plenty of damage. So 3 times 21 is how much damage I could foreseeably do if I just kept dredging Life from the Loam and doing this over and over again. So yeah, that's the game here. Basically, I start throwing lands at him. That's a combo. It's a mana-intensive combo, but it's actually a pretty good one. And before I actually finish doing it, the Kemba player concedes. And I drew into Keen Sense just in case I really wanted, or I had a problem with Snake Umbra. I just got kind of lucky because I think neither of these guys was really used to Borborygmos. The Argentum armor probably could have taken out Snake Umbra. So there it is, turn 17. So yeah, that's more typical of what these games are with Borborygmos. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks a ton.